Hello, Asad. I'm really happy to see this essay from you. Great work. It's so important to write, to keep practicing writing for your IELTS preparation, and of course to get feedback from somebody who's very familiar with the exam. So, well done. Let's get straight into your correction and see what you wrote. Some people think that it is best to have detailed plans for activities in their free time. Others disagree. Discuss both of these views and give your opinion. Okay, here's what you had to say. Time is a resource which is always considered as scarce. Therefore, effective management is essential. Some members of society are of the view that it is best to utilize free time in designing detailed plans for activities, while others are not in agreement with this. I believe planning is indeed the most productive method of spending free time. Okay, it's really well done. It's very well written. There are no errors essentially. However, careful with this though. Look at this. Do you know what your it's kind of something is lost here. Let me explain to you what I mean. Planning is the most productive method of spending free time. So it's not really accurate. So in other words, you're trying to say that it's the most productive. No, planning activities, or having planned activities actually is even better. Having planned activities is the most productive use. So there's something strange. It's almost as if you're saying that the best way to spend your time is to spend it by planning. I mean, so it's not really what you're trying to say. Okay, moving along. Firstly, using spare time for planning not only, let's see, gives clear purpose of spending current time, but also saves a lot of time in the future by providing clear course of actions, by enabling us to perform activities in a much more organized way, okay, or in a very organized way, you could have said. For example, evaluating our flights, hotels, and city tour operations well in advance allows, this is all one thing really, allows holidaymakers to make the most out of their time during their holiday here. Secondly, spending free time without the for planning creates a habit of utilizing spare time productively, as well as shapes the future, I think is what you mean here, although it's not really clear. Unlike most of the people who waste their extra time watching movies, not in, but just watching movies, chatting, or sleeping. Conversely, proponents of the latter view argue that life is, it's not really the latter view, of the above view is really what you want to say. Argue that life is unpredictable, therefore one cannot predict the time to come. Detailed plans will go in vain if we cannot execute them due to changes, plural here, okay? So, in circumstances, for example, a planned trip to the beach may need to be canceled because of poor weather conditions. Furthermore, they believe that planning can cause rigidity by not allowing us to switch to better alternative options, especially if all the arrangements have already been done according to the plan. For example, one cannot benefit from last-minute discounts if tickets are already bought in advance. Lovely. This is a wonderful paragraph. It was really easy to read. Your vocabulary, your grammar were really well controlled. It's an excellent paragraph, so well done with that. Well done. In conclusion, we can say that utilizing free time for planning can enable us to spend our time productively and give a clear course here for the time to come. On the other hand, it is also believed that planning can result in wastage of time. A waste of time is really just fine. If plans are not executed due to changes in circumstances, careful, because this sounds exactly like what you just wrote here. So try to, vary it up a little bit. And it causes rigidity as well. However, spending free time in planning is still a worthy idea as compared to wasting time without the in non-productive activities. Okay, now I'm going to say this again. I said it in the beginning, but I'm going to repeat it. It's this paragraph that's a little off. I think the way you've made it sound is that we should spend our free time planning. Like, that's what we should be doing. Like, if I have an hour, I should plan what I'm going to do for the weekend. But that's not what the essay is trying to tell you. The essay is trying to tell you that you should spend your free time doing activities that you have already planned. I hope that makes sense. So I'm not sure if you were trying to say, I'm not sure which one of these two you were trying to say. If you were trying to say that you should spend your free time planning things, then I think you've misunderstood the essay. If you were trying to say that we should spend our free time doing activities that we have planned at some point, then that's what is supposed to be said here. However, you haven't really managed to convey this. Okay, so while there were wonderful elements in your essay, really good grammar, really good vocabulary. I mean, there were some grammatical mistakes. This for me was the something that created a problem. So the rest of it was great though, so well done. Do keep on writing. I really would love to see more essays from you, because I think that, you know, like I said, getting professional feedback is really, really important at this stage. So well done with this, and I hope to see more essays from you in the future.